ちは、グレゴリーです。32歳で、明日、お誕生日です。
あ、
はい。明日、33歳。
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。アメリカのボストン出身です。7年兄弟で、私は双子です。でも、
そう。
顔、はい。はい。でも、顔は違います。
男女
はい。女の子。
女の子。
はい。4年、子供がいます。
うん。
子供たくさんいるから、
うん。
掃除大好き。
すごい。偉い。
毎日掃除。いつ
す
も、
ご
いつも。
い。趣味は何ですか？
趣味は、はい、バスケ見ること
うん。
と、夜のドライブと、リラックスすることです。はい。あと、年一番好きです。筋トレ毎日してます。
すごい。見せ
あ
てください。
あ、
見せて。
はい。
すごい。すごい。
Feel like learning Japanese is too damn hard for you? Stop slaving away at grammar, words, and spelling. Now there's a better way to learn how to speak Japanese like a normal guy. Welcome to Terumi's podcast. Let's learn Japanese in just 2 months with Terumi's learning method.
So you live in Okinawa for 10 years, 9 years, right? Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I heard so you're in Air Force, but also you're working at the bar, which is amazing. You can have actual interaction. Like, can you share with me like what exactly you're doing, how you get it this chance?
Yeah. So, after being in Okinawa for going on 9 years, I'm out here Air Force, work on the flight line, work with planes all the time, and I like it. I love it. I've been in 9 years, so I love Okinawa. Me studying at the Japan Language Factory helped me a lot. Like it really changed the way I move around Okinawa, the way I can see things, the way I talk to people, interact with people. So I've met a lot of friends after joining the school. And one of my friends, he actually owns a bar, and he knows that like I love investing and I want to open my own business and I want to open different things. So after talking to him one night, he said, "Hey, well, I own this bar. You can come help out and then see, how you like it. See
Mm,
how the Japanese system works and how the different custom and courtesies work."
mm,
So I looked at it as a great opportunity, and when I joined, I started making friends quickly, talking to a lot of locals, and it definitely helped a lot with my Japanese. It definitely helped with my pronunciation. It helped with just, not being so nervous when it comes to
mm.
speaking, because at some point you don't care anymore. You're just speaking and you're just going.
Yeah,
So it definitely helped.
amazing.
And now I'm looking at maybe opening my own lounge. Like I want to open a
Mm.
lounge where people can come and relax. And I'm glad I got a chance to have the insight into just behind the scenes how Japanese companies work. Yeah.
That's amazing. So like, I know a lot of, American people living in Okinawa especially. And of course,
Yeah.
if you try to avoid to learn Japanese, you can totally avoid, you can get around everything English, right? And
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that, like kind of bubble of like American society, you actually try to learn Japanese and even you try to work in Japanese, like a bar. Like, what was the kind of
Yeah.
motivation? How they recognize you that you actually really want to learn or want to communicate with Japanese in Japanese?
So, like, how they recognize me, I would say, or better yet, what really pushed me to go harder was you, like you said, there's a lot of foreigners out here, and it's very easy to get around not speaking Japanese at all, and you could still be comfortable. But after seeing friends that I've known that's been living out here for 15 plus years and still don't speak any Japanese, to me it's like I don't want to be in that position. So I said, all right, how can I really change it and really get out there? Because I'm not going to change. It's not going to change until I change. So what I decided to do was get out of my own skin, get out of my own way, and actually go outside talking to people in Japanese. A lot of foreigners, I mean, a lot of locals, Japanese people, they are very kind once they see you try and speak the language. Like they're very open and accepting of it. So when I go places, no matter where I go, I always just try to speak a little bit, try to say something to them. And to see the reaction on their face is what I enjoy personally. Like for me, just me being able to talk to them, like, Shiko like just simple things. And then seeing them just like, oh, like nice. Like it's definitely gave me more motivation to embrace the culture.
Amazing. And but how you actually overcome of like a fear, maybe, because why they don't learn Japanese, like why, those people who live in Japan for 10, 20 years, why they don't learn, but I think they are kind of afraid of being, I can't speak. And that how you actually overcome this fear?
So I'm someone who, like, growing up, I didn't learn any other language. Like Japanese was my first language that I actually tried learning. And talking to the friends that I have out here that's been out here for 15 plus years, and I ask them all the time, like, why don't you learn Japanese? And a lot of times they'll say, oh, it's too hard, or oh, I tried, but then it was just too much. And then I asked them, okay, well, how do you try? Like, how do you study? How do you learn? And of course, it's the same. I fell into the same trap of, I bought this book and I just tried reading this book, and then it didn't help me. So then I stopped. I wasn't motivated anymore. So for me, actually, joining Japan Language Factory, it helped me with, because this speaking, you can study a book all you want, but speaking is what really gives you that confidence and being able to pronounce certain words. And so between that and me just saying, forget it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make myself look stupid, I'm gonna make a fool of myself. Like I'm gonna go out there to do that on purpose. Like I'm going, like that was my goal. It's like I'm going to go out there and look crazy. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Like it's okay. Like it's okay to mess up. It's okay to not get it right. We still, as Americans, we still mess up on English. Like I know a lot of Americans too. That's like, hey, we're still learning English. So it's for me, that was my push, was to just, okay, jump out there, and enough with the going in circles, reading books. I'm not buying no more books. I don't want to go look at no more flashcards and all that. I'm tired of doing that. I want to go out there and speak. I want to go speak. And then to meet other foreigners who do speak Japanese very fluently is also motivation, because you see them and it's like, man, I can do it. I see you doing it now. I know I can do it. So it kind of gives you that boost of confidence that you need to get out of your own way, get out of your own head, and just get out there and do it. Because you can say you want to learn something all you want, but if you're not willing to do it, you're gonna fail yourself.
Amazing. The other things is about the time, because you have 4 children now. You have a new baby now, and people say, yeah, I'm working every day. The job is already too much, and then you need to take care of your family. And of course, you want to maybe go to the gym, and you feel like I don't have any time to study because it's every day. It's so busy. And that's why, people open a textbook, a flashcard, that's going to be too much. That's why they close the book immediately and then they don't even think about learning Japanese. So how do you manage? Because you're super busy.
Yeah. So how I manage my time is pretty much people make time for what they want. I don't care how busy you are, you make time for what you want, because people who are too busy, oh, I can't do this, but then they'll spend about an hour or two just scrolling through Facebook or just scrolling through Instagram or just doing something, just watching TV. But you don't realize how much time you actually have in a day until you start to plan out your day and see, okay, this is what I want to do today. How can I get this all done? And it comes back to, what do you really want? Because I have my audio that I have in the car that I listen to on my way to work. On top of so going to work, I'm listening to it, I'm studying. Like at work, especially being out here in Okinawa, like I a lot of locals that work on base. I'm talking to locals. I'm using what I learned. I will purposely make a conversation to use what I learned. But so between that work and then I come home and I pick the kids up from school and then I bring them home and then give them showers and everything. And after that, after they're relaxed, the wife comes home and she's cooking. Then I'll go to the gym. I say, okay.
Wow,
that's
you gonna go to the gym afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So I'll go to the gym, get a nice workout in, come back, start clean up a little bit, shower, and then it's time to just relax. And now relaxing is more of a, okay, let me go back and just look over some words. Let me go back and look over this. Because what really helped me learn more Japanese was the fact of, I'm on my phone all the time, but what am I learning? What am I doing? Like everyone's on their phone all the time.
Yeah.
But people don't think about but how much time, how long have I been on this phone? A lot of people have that time is on their phone that says, okay, you've been on Instagram for an hour today, or you've been on Facebook for this, or, it'll tell you. And then you realize oh man, I could have used that time for something more productive.
Yeah.
So I get busy, but when you're busy, you start to learn how to plan out your days more and even change the routine, because people fall off of it because they think, oh, well, I can't always go to the gym after the kids are eating, or I can't always study at this time. Okay, that's fine. You can change your day routine as long as you get it in there. Sometimes I'll go to the gym during lunch at work, or sometimes I'll just study later instead of earlier. You can move it around to fit it in there. But people tell me all the time, well, I don't have time because I'm busy. It's like, you're busy, but you don't have any kids.
Yeah.
I have 4.
Yeah. But how did you get this habit to spend time efficiently? Like from the young age, you already learn it like this way, or like you had some, opportunity to learn to spend time more efficiently? Because if somebody didn't have opportunity, they don't spend the time really with the productivity. They just spend the time with whatever they feel it. How did you learn it?
So I learned it by, being in the military, and the job, me being a supervisor, I'm responsible for making sure a lot of things happen during work. And the only way for things to get done on time is to be as efficient as possible. So that mindset I took to my personal life when I started to really get into meditation, manifestation, things like that, because it really helps you calm your mind, and because you can actually focus more. It helps you align things and see what's important. And then you start looking around at, okay, for me, I really enjoy like investing in things, just learning new things and figuring things out. So you look around you, and no matter what you do throughout the day, someone created or someone started that business, someone started that company that you're using or that you're going to. So a lot of people that I know who are very well off, very wealthy, they always they always told me that your 24 hours is up to you. The more you make of it, the better the future will be. So I'm just sitting there thinking like, man, because it's easy to get caught in the same routine of life. Every day you feel like you're just living. You're not really going anywhere. You're just
Yeah.
existing. And that's not living, that's just existing. So I was like, I want to be able to enjoy life. I want to be able to have fun, but I
Mm.
have to focus. And focus is the main thing. And when it came down to even adding learning Japanese onto the plate, okay, how can I make this part more efficient? Because I've been doing it in the past, reading books wasn't working. All right,
Mm.
let's change it a little bit. And then when I when I seen the Japan Language Factory and it was speaking only, I didn't have to write nothing. No, it's just speaking. Oh yes, of course, of course. So it was like yes, it would made it a lot easier fit into my schedule. So yeah, just learn. For me, there's so much going on that it's easy to get lost in life. So you got to just organize your life and then just go for that goal.
Amazing. So Deshaun, so we had a really, really good conversation. Thank you so much, Deshaun. But lastly, like, what is actually the message to the people who don't have a college to start now, and what should we do?
So for everyone who's looking at getting started, first things first, it's gonna be tough. Nothing's easy, but it all depends on you. It depends on how serious you want to take it and how serious you are about learning. Now, the way Japan Language Factory does it with conversation helps me and will help you learn a lot faster, but you have to stick with it. You have to keep an open mind. You have to, look at it daily, just take it one day at a time because it's gonna help. In the future, you're gonna look back and think, man, I'm glad I actually took that step because for me, even right now, 6 months ago,
Yeah.
2 months ago, I'm happy that I actually stepped out and actually took that leap and started taking it serious and started learning it. And now when you learn it, the opportunities are endless. Japan is a very large country with a lot of opportunities. And even outside of Japan, when you meet Japanese people, it's nice to be able to have a conversation with someone in Japanese, outside of Japan too, just to be more worldly. So stick with it. It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be fun as well. You can make it fun. Whichever way, whichever style you enjoy, you can always make it fun. And speaking is the most important thing. You can learn books, you can learn hiragana, katakana, kanji, but if you can't speak, it kind of is useless. And it's definitely to me most important in speaking. Speak it first, learn the rest of it as you go, and that's just the best way to keep going.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Deshaun.
Are you expat living in Japan? You started living in Japan, you're super excited to communicate with locals. You can enjoy traveling, meeting people. And now you start using this textbook and you feel like, wow, that's so many. Elementary school textbook, another elementary school textbook, and how many hours should you study? Let's think one more time. In order to communicate like a normal guy, you can do everything in the basic everyday life. Should you finish all those textbooks? Otherwise, you won't understand what they're talking. You cannot express yourself, anything. First of all, there are always two ways to learn languages. One is documentational language. The other one is conversational language. It's like, once upon a time, grandmother and grandfather are living somewhere. Or, hey, what's up? How's it going? Which is conversational. What is the most effective way to learn how to speak Japanese? Textbooks can't talk to you, so you cannot improve your listening skill and pronunciation, how to communicate. So why Japanese children can speak Japanese so quickly? Because they are learning conversational Japanese. The good news is, in Japan Language Factory, we have a specific learning structure to improve your conversational Japanese. So you can join the conversation, you can understand what they're talking, you can respond quickly, and express what you are thinking. If you want to be able to speak Japanese as soon as possible, join our free consultation to figure out what is the fastest way to start speaking Japanese.